Hello there fellow humans and welcome to this video. And in the last video I covered the T10 Kranvagn. Now this time let's look at the Emil 1. I'm not going to look at the Emil 2 because it's basically just a T9 copy of the Kranvagn. So they're both played exact same. However, the Emil is quite different to them, and it's also very different to the Leo and the STRV. While the Leo is basically, as you can already see, it's basically the same as the P43. The Emil is quite a different thing right here. It is sort of a hybrid between a T69 right here and something that I ate a little bit too many meatballs because the third armor is fantastic. Also, if you look at it, it has a auto loader, not a auto reloader like the T9 and T10, so it is also unique in this branch in that way because the Leo doesn't have an auto loader and the STRV also doesn't. Now, if we look at it, aiming time, dispersion, pretty much equal to the Kranvagn. Solid. Not the best, but very solid. DPM is ironically higher than the Kranvagn's at tier 8. Way to go, wargaming. Then 3-second interclip reload, 21-second magazine reloaded, and 3 shells in the magazine with solid penetration. The AP penetration is great. The APCR penetration, yeah. If you have less premium penetration than a T34 has standard ammo penetration, that's not that good. But anyway, the AP is quite nice. The APCR does lack, but anyway, 320 alpha damage, solid. It has 10 degrees of gun depression, so it has more gun depression than the Kranvagn. This tank looks really good so far. And if we look at the turret, we have 1800 hit points, really good for tier 8. 180mm on the front. That is 70mm less than the Kranvagn, but it is also very well sloped, so you're not really going to get penned by anyone, unless it's like an ISU firing premium ammo. And, well, the third traverse is not that good. View range is basically the same, and it's basically irrelevant in Blitz, because everyone can see everyone anyway. Now, the mobility. The powder weight ratio is slightly better than that of the Kranvagn, and the whole turn rate is also a little bit better than the Kranvagn. Which is mad, because this is like a tier 8. What the hell? Okay then. Like, this thing has better statistics than the T10 tank. What the fuck? Has better DPM, has better mobility, has less armor obviously, because it will be completely overpowered if it has a better armor. And as you can see in the battle already, the tank is very popular. I like this new icon, by the way. Didn't even notice. Halloween event coming soon. Let's go. Anyway, I'm streaming that shit all the time, so just join into my streams if you haven't done that already. And if you want to support the channel a lot more, you can donate or become a member, because if you're a member you get a lot of great bonuses that you can use to torture me. So that would be a nice idea, right? Also, what is also a nice idea is for the matchmaker to put 5 Emils into the same game. So let's see how this is gonna pan out. Obviously, I'm gonna go to the Ridgeline. This tank is a Ridgeline god. You want to have this tank on a Ridgeline all the time. If you have this tank not on a Ridgeline, why are you playing the tank? Now, we have the 2 Emils left and right of us. So we gotta watch out here. I have to reload. Now, this is one downside of an auto-loader. With an auto-reloader, if I have 1 shell left, I have to reload the entire magazine. And with an auto-reloader, I can just reload whatever I have not loaded. So that is a disadvantage of the auto-loading system, but it works fine on other tanks. For example, it works pretty fine on the T69, which I think is the most direct comparison that this vehicle has in the game. Maybe because the 5100 is kind of a different animal. It's a lot bigger, it doesn't have that much gun depression, yeah, you can't really compare it. So I think the most direct comparison is the T69. And obviously if we look at the third armor of this tank, it's absolutely impenetrable by another ML. Because the premium APCR penetration is quite bad. However, this tank has a lot of shells available, so you're not going to run out of ammo anytime soon. Now, the reverse speed of the Kranvagn and the T10 Kranvagn are great. This one, it's okay, but it is a lot more mobile than the T10 and the T9. But anyway, it's not gonna allow you to just run around the map just like a god, because it still is a heavy tank, so you're not gonna do too well in it. And as you can see right here, I am getting very much abused by the enemy team and the enemy Kranvagn, who's still on full HP. Try and get another shot in, and now I'm gonna die. There we go. Well, I tried my best, but my team didn't. 2,700 damage for tier 8. That is very solid, that is great. And this guy's gonna die, so let's skip on to the battle results. So, now we're at the battle results screen. Obviously, the Type 59 did die, and we got 2,700 damage, which is quite solid. So now let's just do another one, shall we? See how this one goes. I'm still broke, by the way. Wargaming, where's my fucking community contributor account, huh? Where is it? I'm out here, promoting your trash game. That's full of crates and pay to win. Where's my community contributor account? Huh? Where is it, man? Just give me. And where's the queue? Fix that. See you in battle. Alright, here we are. And after the good old saying, never play on patch day, we're now in another match, and this time we have a little bit less Emils. We only have 3. Now, this vehicle seems great so far. It could also be used in tournaments, because of the really good gun depression, the really good armor. The mobility is okay, so I could see in tournaments being 2 Emils used to just lock down a flank, like for example on canals, in the hills, just lock down that D spot, for example. So that is gonna be very useful for this vehicle. Now, where did he penetrate? I want to know, where did he penetrate? Probably in the hull somewhere. However, the problem at the ML1 that the ML2 and the Kranvagn don't have is that the sides of the turret are slightly angled. So if you don't point the turret straight at the enemy, you can be penetrated. So this armor profile is certainly not as strong as the tier 9 and the tier 10. But you have to keep in mind the DPM of the ML is better and the mobility is also better than the Kranvagn's. So that sort of balances it out. And the autoloader, which does work well. Let's try and track him again. Nope, that didn't work. Now, obviously, I can only shoot 2 times and I have to reload. That is this downside of the autoloader compared to the auto reloader, but I have better DPM. If I do that once a minute, I still have the same DPM as the Kranvagn. Which is quite insane, actually. So this tank, I think, is going to be really popular among people that not only just grind it, but also just play it for fun. If it keeps being in this state that it is at the moment. The Kranvagn, in my opinion, could use maybe 100, 200 more DPM, definitely. It is a very strong tank. It's not the best, however. You do know how to play it, to do well in it. If you're not a good player, you're gonna struggle with the Kranvagn a lot with the mobility and the horrible DPM. But the ML is just gonna be a lot better tank in that eyes. So, yeah. He's mad. He's very mad. Anyway, now... Anyway, let's just reload and push forward. Look, what can we see? Can we get the Tiger? Yeah, and the enemy Emil is quite mad. I don't quite understand why. And he's also very mad about my win rate, which I also can't understand. But anyway, let's try and reload. See, that's the problem about the Emil. The premium pen is just... horrible. It don't work. That's what's absolutely horrible about this tank. But there we go. The enemy Emil was mad. So, we got someone mad. We did 2,000 damage. Not bad. That's not bad. Well, it is bad. 2,000 damage is quite bad. And so is this guy. What the f... That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a moron. Anyway, let's do another one. One last one in the ML1. Like, it has solid DPM, 2,200. As a tier 8 heavy tank, that's quite good. It's almost the same as the E75 TS. The mobility is slightly better than them, for example, that of the E75 TS, and the armor is just miles better. Not the hull that much. The front is very sloped, but it's not that thick. So, obviously that's where this thing lacks a lot in the armor department, but obviously T7s can't penetrate you at all. Tier 8 heavies and mediums are gonna struggle. The only tanks that you have to fear is T9s and tier 8 tank destroyers, just like the ISU. Now, I'm gonna move up here, use my 10 degrees of gun depression against the Pantera. I can just peek up here. Maybe the Balstic's back there, I don't know that. He can do a lot of damage to me with heat. That's not a problem. So this is not fixed armor, and it's not as sloped as, for example, on the Kranvagn or the Emil 2, because the Emil 2 and the Kranvagn are basically the same tank. And what you can also do, if you use the gun depression, you can see that the back compartment is extending upwards. So if someone's slightly above you, they can shoot that. So you have to watch out in this tank a lot more for the armor thing. The ML2 Kranvagn, the armor is a lot more capable of deflecting shots. But this thing is a lot more capable of dealing out shots because it has better DPM than a T9 and T10 tank. Anyway, let's try and reload. We know that all the enemies are over there, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get under the bridge and reposition and try and contest that Pantera right there. That's the plan for now. Okay. Well, let's see. Can we get this guy killed? That would be quite effective. Now the Pantera is trying to move around behind me. Let's pretend I didn't see him. Now let's turn for him. Yeah, I'm here. Hello there. Get the speed. Get close to him so he has to shoot my turret. This tank's very, very small, as you can see, so it's hard to hit it. And, but still, the armor isn't as good. It's solid enough. It's good. It's very, very good when you use the gun depression. But yeah, let's see. What can we do right here? We got 3 right in front of us. We got 5 seconds on the reload. It's pretty good. The interclip is 3 seconds, so it's not the best. It's not the best. Fucking Streamlabs alert. It's not the best, but it'll do you quite fine. Come on, reverse. Now I'm confused about where the Borsig is. Okay, that one went in. If you don't see the tracer end, then you did hit. I hit 2, as you can see. The third one went into the rock. You did see that. So that's a great way to find out if your blind shots hit. If you don't see an impact in the ground behind, you most certainly hit. Or maybe you just hit a track and didn't do damage, which is sad. Okay, now we go for the Borsig right here. We do have 310 alpha damage. I think that means with HE I can one-clip him. Almost. 400. 306. And that doesn't matter now. Anyway, let's use up the last shell. For the honest, 3. Perfect. Perfect. This tank is very nice. 2,800 damage. That's quite solid. Not bad. Average game right there. Yeah, I'd say average. If you watch my streams, I'll play like shit because I focus on chat instead of playing. And now I just play and talk at the same time, which is a lot easier than also having to read chat. Anyway, let's try and finish this guy off. 3,200 damage. That's very nice. Very nice game. For the end of the ML1. Overall, amazing tank. Get it. Get this tank. It is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. Very good tank. And I hope this was a very good video. If it was, let me know. If it wasn't, also let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye.